Welcome to another episode of Go Gaming. So it has been a while, it's a few years actually. And so I haven't posted a while, but better late than never. And today I'm going to be playing one of my favorite games of all time. This is Strider, it's arcade version, and this is the Japanese version. So let's go ahead and get into this because boy, there's so many memories from this game. And at least for me, my first experience with Strider was not at the arcades. It was with the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive for people in different regions. And when I first saw this game, I was blown away. And seeing this on my Sega Genesis, wow, I could not believe the graphic quality, because whenever I saw this, I was like, many people, Genesis does what Nintendo, because at that point, you only had like the 8-bit Nintendo, and we also had the TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine as well. That was just recently released in the US. But when I saw this, I knew that, oh, well, I knew that I died. I knew that we were no longer in a whole 8-bit world, and we were now going to get arcade games at home, and it was absolutely amazing. And this game in particular, wow, Strider blew me away a million times over. And even till today, just playing it right now, I'm still like amazed at how incredible this game is. Now, Strider was made by Capcom, and ever since this version, even though they've had many other Strider sequels, some of them not great, like US Gold was actually horrible, and that wasn't made by Capcom. But some of them were really great. The many PlayStation sequels, and also the PC sequel or the modern sequel. I think it's on the PlayStation 3. It was also on the PC as well. That was pretty good as well. But for some reason, this original, at least for me, was the best. And none of the games ever recaptured the magic of this when everything was just so perfect. Now, going back to the Sega Genesis version, I still couldn't believe that we were able to get arcade level graphics. Because if you look at this and you look at the arcade, it's absolutely astounding the type of work they were able to do. And at that time, Capcom was not the one who did the port for the Sega Genesis. It was actually Sega, and it's like, they had magical powers. I just could not believe it. And so once I played this at home on my Sega Genesis, I couldn't wait to like brag to all my friends to show them how superior the Sega Genesis was. And I don't think anybody could fault me. But it wasn't until later that I actually saw this in the arcade. And when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this looks like the Sega Genesis. And the Sega Genesis was not too far off from the arcade. But the arcade definitely does have some differences. Even though I would say they're minor, unless you really played both versions a lot. The arcade still looks better, but not much better. Oh. And wow, when I played this the first time, I did not know what to expect. Just looking at it, playing it, at that time, I don't think I've played a game like this. It's just so incredible, and I just died. And then, I'm going to keep referring to the Sega Genesis version a lot because that's really the one that I grew up with. When I first saw this boss, I was like, what is this? This is absolutely insane. And the graphic quality, like huge giant bosses. And just remember, this is from somebody who's used to Atari and the regular Nintendo. So when you see something like this, you don't really know how to process it, especially, as a kid. It's just all over the place. It's just absolutely nuts. And, as I picked this up and played it, besides the absolutely amazing graphic quality and astounding music, the music in here is just unreal, is the gameplay. The gameplay gets you right away. Very easy to pick up and play, and the controls that Capcom developed for this were just excellent. Excellent controls. And if this game had 4 controls, I don't think it would have worked well, even with the awesome graphics and sound. But with the amazing control schemes, everything was easy, fluid. You felt like a ninja, a modern ninja. And the character here is Strider Hiryu, and I can't remember exactly how to kill this beast an easy way. I tried hanging up there, but I just don't want to die. Oh well, I just died. Okay. Crap. So let me see. I think if I remember correctly, I'm gonna have to attack hard and fast. So I'm trying to remember some of these because it's been a long time since I played this game. And I think the arcade version is more difficult, specifically the Japanese version, which is most of the time the Japanese version is harder than the other versions. And I love this long blade. It's pretty powerful. And as I was saying, going back to what I was saying, the control is awesome on this. All right. So let's see if I don't get killed. And then when you first discover the grappling techniques, and little by little you're learning all these techniques, and it's just barely the beginning of the game, and it's really cool how you keep skilling up and you just keep getting better and better. And like I say, oh wow, I just died, but at least I died here. That's a great thing. And I'll probably die a lot in this because I'm still trying to remember how to play this, and honestly I don't think I'm as good as what I thought I was. I would say back then I was pretty good at this game, I'd say. Well, not now, but... Oh, man. And another thing that I noticed right away is just the variety. With each level, the first one, it's more like, a Russian-type atmosphere and environment. Then you come up here, snow caps, and then you experience this. This is crazy. You're running away from explosions down an ice-capped mountain. And then you have to jump. And then I missed it. Oh man. Oh man, I can't believe I missed it. I knew I had to do that, but let's try it again. And I've died so many times in this game, but as you get really, really good at it, which, oh crap, I just died again. Okay, let's try again. Oh, it's so horrible. I can't even pass this first stage. Okay, let's try this again while trying to concentrate. But yeah, whenever I experience this, it just gives me a huge level of excitement. Oh, and I do not... Oh, wow. That was luck. Okay, I still died. Alright, let's try this again. Wow. So if you are watching me play this, you're probably laughing a lot. As I just keep dying and dying on a very, very quote-unquote simple part of the game. Okay, there it is. So this is the one thing that, I think anybody who plays old retro games, classic games, you just keep playing it until you memorize everything. You memorize where the enemies are at. You memorize like power-ups, one-ups like this, boss patterns. All of these things are important. Oh man. And I really got to hand it to the designers of this game. The artwork, the game design, everything. It's all perfect, it kind of fits in with everything that you're watching. And it's so creative, like even though we have variety with environments, we have a huge variety in gameplay as well in terms of like what you're doing in each stage, and all of it makes sense. It fits this whole story and this character. Like who would have like imagined like you would be doing this type of thing from the very first, if you compare it to the first level and many levels afterwards. Oh, and it just adds that extra level of challenge. And when I did play this in the arcade, I didn't play it that much because there weren't very many arcades that actually had this game, okay? And I actually like played the arcade version many years later. Many years after, owning the Sega Genesis version and beating it many, many times. And so by the time I played this on the arcade, I was already really familiar with it, of course, by that point. And like I said, there's not too much difference between this one, the arcade, and the Sega Genesis version. Oh wow, those... I keep forgetting how easy it is to die. But playing this now, after many, many years, yeah, I could see there's definitely some challenges in this game for sure. Oh man, and I'm like killing myself. Oh, okay, wow. And it's those deaths that just get me. Very simple things, I'm just jumping and I fall. Alright. Okay, let's try this again. Oh wow. This is so embarrassing. As somebody who feels like they were a Strider expert at the time. Oh man. Okay, I died again. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna have to concentrate. And not die on the first or second level. I don't even... It is considered the second level. Great. I hate this guy who flies. Oh man. I really don't remember it being this hard, but okay. And it's so easy because the controls are so easy to use. It's very easy for you to just, you know, jump off a platform like this and just die. You know, it's so easy to do that. Oh, come on. All right, finally. Oh, wow. Second stage clear. That took forever. And it wasn't even on the most difficult part. It was me falling off of these platforms. You know, and sometimes games are really cheap by making it easy for you to fall off platforms. In this case, I don't think that was the case. It was just the fact that, you know, you kind of have to get used to it, you know, and time your jumps and things like that. You know, there's definitely a strategy here. Oh, man. And I'm really astounded, you know, at the scale, the sense of scale that this game has. You know, you really feel like you're in these large environments or, you know, large areas, you know. Okay, so I think if I remember correctly, there's like a secret down here. Oh, there it is. Oh, man. Okay, so there's a secret. So some of these things, like, you just randomly find, like that one. I just randomly dropped there. And I can't remember if you're able to skip that. I think you might be able to. But that's what I remember, and I was able to find this, which is really cool, and it's not very common to find this power-up in the game. So really the main power-up you have is the Super Blade. And here's this another grappling seeing boy. You just really test your skills. So when I first saw this, I'm like, whoa, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I gotta get up fast. And then this enemy reminds me of RoboCop. Ed 209, if I remember correctly. Okay, so I'm gonna drop down here. Alright. And then this one shoots you. Same thing would happen if you went on the top one. And then I think you keep going down. Yeah. So this one was really scary because you did not know how far this went down. You know, you could have died, you know, but there it is. And then this part right here is reverse gravity. When I first experienced this, I'm like, whoa, man, this is really awesome. But also adds another level of challenges, you know, as I mentioned, to keep leveling up your skill tree. There it is. So now things are reversed. So before you would go up, now you go down. So cool. And all of these play mechanics, they'll serve a purpose much later on in the game. And I had to say, one of the most amazing things out of the Strata series are the bosses. I mean, not only are they spectacularly huge, but they're so creative, you know? I mean, they're so different from one another. I don't think as you're playing this, any one boss is the same through any of these stages. They're very, very different. Very different. And this one was the most fun, and it kind of got me sick when I first, you know, obviously when I first experienced this. But once you got it, wow, once again, you feel like an awesome, unstoppable ninja, you know. And they always have this sense of tension, as you can see here. You gotta move. Oh man, gotta move. Oh, and I didn't take my own advice. I wanted that power up. Sometimes you have to ignore that and keep moving. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I think that's only for points. Alright. And you have a pirate. That makes no sense. But it does in this game. Alright, stage 3. And this stage was so awesome. This Amazon stage, when I first heard the sounds of the Amazonian warriors, that was so cool. I didn't know what was going on. Oh man, the graphics here, the sounds, you know, the sound effect, they paid so much attention in this game to detail, you know, these little details that wouldn't matter on a lesser game, but on a game like this, it just heightens everything, you know, your whole experience is just that much better. And this really sets Strider apart from practically every other game. Oh man. And one thing I do appreciate is that whenever you do die, you typically start off at the point where you last died, okay, in this case, or at least in the section where you died. So then you don't have to start all over from the beginning. I absolutely hate that. I think that's really cheap for them to do that in other games, to increase the difficulty artificially. Oh man. So it's a good thing that I'm not having to put quarters in here. Now, I did mention this just a little bit earlier, but the quote-unquote sequel, Capcom licensed the Strider game out for other manufacturers. So in this case, you know, we got it from US Gold, which, man, that was a horrible, horrible version. Horrible. I don't know what they were thinking by allowing other people to use these properties, especially, you know, after playing the original, you know, playing this one. It's like, that's a really, really incredibly high bar to have to live up to. And when Strider 2, or whatever they want to call it, Strider 2-ish came out by US Gold, I was just like, what is this? You know, it's completely, I would say in a lot of ways, just really embarrassing to the title Strider. And it actually tarnished it actually for many years as well. Okay. And you know, with this one, you really have to be on your toes. You have to really pay attention to stuff. But this is why this stage was so awesome. Look at this. I mean, not only do you have this Amazon rainforest and Amazonians, but you have dinosaurs. Massive, massive dinosaur graphics. Like, where else are you going to find this? Nowhere. And then here's the boss. Look at that. Oh, and then I died. Alright, so here's the boss. And then I got hit. Great. So some of these things you definitely would not know, and you know, unless you like had trial and error. This was definitely a trial and error. Use the slide technique, and then keep getting hit. And then I died. Oh man. Okay. Oh, I got hit right away. Okay, I remember now. So much memorization. And, you know, look at the size of that boss. Look at the size of the boss. That's insane for them to push that many pixels at that time. And I'm about to die. Alright. Okay, I got it now. So, boy, this was so much easier back then on the Genesis. And I think on the Genesis, you actually had more energy bars than you did in the arcade. So, or you could get more energy, more life. Okay. Oh, finally! Oh wow! I think I just got lucky there. Okay. So now we're back in pseudo Russia, in the space station part. Okay. These robot characters. And I think, you know, definitely if I would play this more and more, I'll get used to it again, and I could probably beat this game in less than 30 minutes. You know, once I get used to everything again. But just playing it now and just dying so many times, wow, I can't believe it. I really suck at this game. Or at least suck now, but I used to be really good at this game, I remember. I remember it was pretty easy for me to beat this game back then. Okay. Cool. Oh, great. So here's an awesome part, you know, we talk about, you know, building up skills. Here's the gravity part, reverse gravity. And also, you know, you find some other hidden things as well, like this one right here. So now you get to fight some enemies right here. And those 3 girls from stage 2. And honestly, I don't really need to come here. I don't know why I did, because I actually got hit. Okay, so at least I got that, but that really wasn't worth it. It's more of a discovery thing. You get to discover different parts of the game. And this is where you gotta use your... Oh, that's... Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to destroy those enemies. It doesn't look like I have any other choice, because I keep dying. Okay, so I need to just really slow it down. Then just take it slow. Yeah. Okay. As long as I have 2 energy bars left, I'll be okay. Yep. Oh, wow. That was just crazy. Whew. That took a long time, actually. Took a long time. So now we get into the place where we're gonna fight pretty much all the bosses again from all the previous stages. Wild ride. Get some energy. Let's do that again. Destroy this guy. Come on. Oh yeah. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. All right. No. Oh man. Well, at least I didn't have to fight the boss all over again. Okay. Okay. Let's go here. All right. So all the bosses all over again. Definitely a strategy to all this. Method to the madness. Okay. I hate this stage. Well, I hate any of these parts that I'm just constantly dying. And oh no, man. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I just got hit. So I'll probably die here. Yep. So I'm not standing in the right spot. Okay. That one. That one. That one. If I could just hit him one more time. Okay. That was it. I just needed to get over here. So, okay, great. Oh, finally over here. Finally. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Got him, but I didn't. Alright. Let's do this again. Oh, man. King Kong and Godzilla. Or Godzilla-like creature. Oh! Okay, so how am I gonna do this? Oh, man, come on. Come on, come on. Okay. Let's keep going. There it is. Oh, no, not yet. Gotta deal with this guy. So as long as I have like 2 energy bars, I think I'll be okay. Getting here was a lot harder, you know, as you saw. But fighting the bosses isn't too hard. Okay, great. Finally. Now, when I first got through this stage, now that I remember, God, it's a beating. And then I was like, oh man, I beat all the bosses. Now what? So I thought I had to kill him, but that's not what you do. You gotta stay on him for a little bit. So don't kill him. Stay on him. That's so inventive how they did that. You know, you're like, you know, the first time you did it, I like, okay, let me kill him, and then I died. And then you realize what's happening. And what's happening is you're here fighting for your life. And there's a power-up right here. Oh, and I died. Oh, man. Okay, so this is what you do to beat the last boss, if I remember correctly. Hit him really fast. Get as many hits as you can. Don't fall off. Okay, and then you have... Oh, man. You have 1 energy bar left, and then you get that power-up. You get your power-up back. Okay. Come on. Okay. Oh! Come on, come on. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay, I have one energy bar left and I die. Oh man, he's shooting all types of stuff at you. You know, this guy, he does remind me of the Emperor from Star Wars. And I cannot remember his name, actually. Oh, man. And with him, if I remember correctly, the trick is you need to hit him as much and as fast as possible so he doesn't have time to shoot more stuff at you, as he's done here. Because once he starts going on, it's pretty much over for you, you know? Oh, like just like it was there. Oh, man. Game over. Okay. Let's try it again. And there's just so many times playing this game where you're like, oh man, like you're almost there. You're like, you almost killed him. And then you get shot by one stray bullet or whatever he's shooting at you. Yeah! Woohoo! Yes! That one last shot. Oh man, that is Strider. A short, fun, challenging game, and this is one of those games that I would say is pretty much perfect, you know, on every level. I love this game. Now the ending, I don't understand. Is that a whale? I don't remember. Maybe it's a submarine. I really don't remember. It looks like a whale. Yeah, so planes flying over a whale. Yeah, he jumps on top of a whale. This game is just so awesome. From the first time I played it up until now, I still think it's an incredible game. And even though there were some pretty good sequels afterwards, definitely this one's the best, you know. And the last modern interpretation of this was pretty good. It was just really dark, you know, in terms like the whole game was actually dark, where this one's really varied. And if they ever do decide to make another Strider game, hopefully they'll use these same graphics. You know, if they use the same style of graphics, I would be on board. You know, I still think they would look great today because it holds up really well. And so those are my fun playthrough of Strider, the Japanese version. If you actually had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave the comments area below, and we'll see you on another video. For serious YouTubers, check out TubeBuddy, the premier tool news at geekoutdoors.com. Get more done today by checking out the affiliate link in the description area below.